not just NASCAR. I'm talking like, I'm hoping I've reached out to Josh Richards' wife, Andrea, because she does his PR and stuff. I would love to see somebody like Richards or Bloomquist get on board with it, or, Donnie Schatz or Terry McCarl, somebody like that's in the wing sprint cars. Get these guys that are national names to put their brand behind it, because if you can get guys like that, their fan base gets behind it. And then once that fan base gets behind it, somebody else's fan base wants to do the same that theirs is doing to show that they're behind it as well. And you get everybody into it, and you spread that word that you're making a difference in people's lives. And, when you're doing good like that, people are going to get behind you, as long as we don't end up in a situation like our boy down in Florence.
Definitely. Well, Mike, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you being on. We're going to get Mike Davison on the program here after our last radio timeout. And, again, real quickly, just let everybody know how they can follow the Racing Brotherhood Foundation. Appreciate you being on Finish Line. Have a great 4th of July, my friend.
Thanks so much for having me, brother. You can go to our website, racingbrotherhood.com. It's the work in progress. It's not beautiful, but it's functional. You can actually go to the donate page and donate right there. We have Twitter, Race Brotherhood. It's also our Instagram handle. And we have our foundation page on Facebook, the racingbrotherhood.com, or Racing Brotherhood Foundation is on Facebook. We'd love to have you give us a follow there. We try to keep our events updated there as to where we're going. And just spread the word. Tell your friends what we're doing, and give from the heart whatever you can stand.
Definitely, bud. Appreciate you, Mike. Thanks for being on, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Mike Neff from the Racing Brotherhood Foundation, frontstretch.com and the media side, and so many other things as well, joining us here on Finish Line. Quick radio timeout. When we come back, we're going to chat it up with Mike Davison to talk about what's going on here tonight at Toccoa Raceway for the Independence Day celebration, fireworks, 9 divisions of racing, and a whole bunch more. I'm working to announce it alongside Charles Head, who was here earlier this morning. Mike Davison joins us here in a moment.
This is Finish Line.
If you have not ordered at DirtCarLift.com in the motorsports racing world, you are absolutely way behind. But if you are an existing customer of the Dirt Car Lift product, you already know about why they use the concept of stop jacking and start lifting. DirtCarLift.com helps make things very easier in the pit area. Whether you need to change a flat tire, make a shock or spring adjustment, DirtCarLift.com can get all 4 sides up immediately, then having to go around from side to side to car to car. By the way, they have a special package and price for existing customers that already have units. $950, and you can have the newest designed 2019 X Series lift with a few changes to make your life a little easier. Give them a call at DirtCarLift.com today. Call them up again at 770-898-3907. 770-898-3907. And find out why the concept is true to stop jacking and start lifting with DirtCarLift.com at the races today.
Time to get this cranked up on Short Track America.
Dirt or pavement, from east to west. Short Track America features some of the biggest grassroots races around the country. Super late models to street stock racing. If it's on a half-mile or smaller track, it's on Short Track America. On MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
The Speed 51 Video Network live races, highlights, interviews, features, and more. You want it, the Speed 51 Video Network has it.
You're going to be kidding me! There's total chaos! What a wild finish! Oh my goodness!
Become a member of the Speed 51 Video Network today at speed51.com.
This is Chris Nunn from the Sling and Dirt Podcast and the announcer at Twin Cities Raceway Park in North Vernon, Indiana. And you're listening to The Finish Line with the hashtag king himself, Wesley Outland.
This is Finish Line.
Couple of minutes after the hour, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central. Wesley Outlet back here with you live here at Toccoa Raceway. You're looking at a shot of the racetrack right now as we get ready for racing here later on tonight. 9 divisions of racing. ToccoaRaceway.com, the longest running dirt track in the state of Georgia. And now we are back here live in the tower. Wesley Outlet, as I said, we're about to lose the camera. I saved it right there. Joining me right here is Mike Davison of the Toccoa Raceway as well. Just wanted to have one more final segment about what is going on here. And Mike, thanks for having Finish Line here this morning as well.
Glad to have you here, Wesley.
Yes, sir. Man, we've known each other for almost, 7-8 years, I think it is. The relationship we've got might have been longer than that as well. Your phone's blowing up. People calling you, I guess. But, man, you got a great show here tonight. Just talk about the concept of doing midweek shows. Now, I know it's 4th of July, Independence Day weekend. Some people are off work. But it's still a struggle doing these things in the middle of the week.
It is a struggle. You know, we always do our 4th of July celebration on the 3rd. That's been a tradition at Toccoa since we've had it. Was even before we were here. And it's always been a good time to have a race, but it's hard to facilitate a race.
Right.
You know, in the past, Jackie and I have joked about her birthday. Always been on the 3rd. In the last 20-something years, she's been at the racetrack on her birthday because we raced.
That's right.
But now we're trying to coordinate with everybody working. Most of our staff, or all of our staff, have full-time jobs, trying to get them in here, trying to get the track prepped after racing on Saturday. And it's just a struggle, but we're going to make it, and it's going to be a good night, looks like.
Yeah, real quickly, just talk about how the 2019 season has been. And I don't want to stay on the subject for a long time, but you're kind of in a dirt war game in this area of Georgia. You've got Livonia, Toccoa, your facility here. You've got Winder Barrel. You've got Hartwell, all within a vicinity of one another, and everybody's trying to fight for the same night, Saturday night.
Yeah, we've got within a 30-mile radius, 35-mile radius, we've got 4 tracks, and we've actually got 3 tracks within 20 miles of each other. And it splits the cars thin and makes everybody have to work real hard to have the cars. The fans have a choice, and all of us are on Saturdays, so it gets real competitive, and it's working out good. You know, we've had a good car count. Our fans are getting some good shows. We've had good racing. I think it makes all the promoters step up to the bar to have a better track and try to have their facility in better shape for everybody.
And I think, one of the things that I try to emphasize on Finish Line and so many other motorsports radio, TV broadcasts, I say, Mike, and it's why can't everybody work together? I know that everybody's got to do what they got to do for themselves, but also at the end of the day, we've got to try to find a way to pick another day or pick another division or try to find a way to coincide. Because and if we don't, we're hurting the sport. We're killing racing. We are,
and it's going to get better. I mean, I think we're all going to have to get to the point we've got to try to be a little less selfish and work together. Some of the tracks we have a good relationship with Winder and Hartwell, and it's working to a point. But certain cars have certain racetracks they're going to go to. It doesn't, no matter what,
right?
And that's the only track they're going to race at. And in the end, we've got to try to balance it a little better. And we don't want to see our dirt racing in this area do like our pavement racing because it's basically gone. And, that's where we first got to know each other was pavement racing.
Yes, sir.
And
I think one of the coolest things people are so excited about is the announcement that Pass is coming back to Lanier. I hope they pack that place out in Brazelton, Georgia, because it's been almost about a 7-8 year run that there's not been anything at Lanier National Speedway.
Yeah, it's a shame to see that. And, I mean, that's where I started racing, where I met my wife at. Won a lot of races at, and it's a shame to see it closed down. Then you go right down the road and you got Gresham shut down. That's been shut about 5 years.
And then all the work that went into there. Because I announced
Jim's
there at Peach State, and you were there racing at that time. And then, of course, it became Gresham, and it was a beautiful – I mean, I literally say this. You look at these NASCAR facilities, and Dan Elliott and the people behind Gresham Motorsports Park tried to make that facility be like that. And, they tried to do the World Crown. They tried to do a couple other big races. It just wouldn't get any help.
It just didn't do what it needed to do. It took, we were involved around down there racing from the right about the time it changed from Jeffco to Peach State.
Right.
And it was a great place to race. Mr. Gresham went in. Jim's a personal friend. He done a great job renovating, fixing the place up, but it was just at the wrong time. Asphalt racing was already in a decline. And the track was wicked fast when they first done it. It scared some racers away, and it just made it a hard. It's just a bad situation. And to have two facilities that nice, just kind of sitting.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting Mr. Downing down, but I mean basically we got a go-kart, a pay-to-ride go-kart track out of Lanier.
Right.
And you just hate to see that. And if we're not careful, our dirt tracks will go the same way. Because, I mean, that was two of the most – in the South, that was probably two of the premier facilities. And now they're gone.
How does it feel being as a promoter, owner of the longest-running dirt track in the state of Georgia? We're
honored to be here. We'd been looking at racetracks and explored Lanier at one time, and we would have probably made it dirt. This came available when we got the chance to have Toccoa. It was what we wanted. I mean, what can you ask for? This little bull ring it's got a history like Bowman Gray. Some of those places, the racing's good. It's always exciting. You can get by with 10, 12 cars and have an exciting race here. You don't have to have 40 cars in a division.
A lot of excitement. Charles was talking about it earlier with me on the show here, Finish Line, bringing back the front-wheel drives tonight.
Yep, we're bringing the front-wheel drives back. We kind of needed to cut some divisions out last year. We run a very tight show. We try to get done in about 3 hours, 3.5, and we had too many. That was one we kind of chose to eliminate. They've all begged, really not. I don't want to use the word beg. That's not a good fare for any adult. But they've expressed a lot of interest to want to come back, and we're going to put them on the show tonight and give them a chance, see how it goes. If we got a good car count. And let them come back and race, and hopefully have good turnout some kind of it.
Absolutely. All classes running tonight. What do you got? 604 Pro late models, the 602 Pro crates.
Limited,
what else is running?
Modified Street, Stock 8, Stock 4, Young Guns, trucks. We got our trucks, which is one of the asphalt classes we converted over.
Yeah.
I hope we didn't leave anybody out, but we should have some exciting racing in every class. This year we've kind of got back a lot of the racetracks around, got into the one groove racing and not a lot of passing, and we've had a lot of passing. A couple of our races last week was won by people that started 4th or 5th place. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, a lot of cool things going on here. Of course, all details are at ToccoaRaceway.com, Toccoa Raceway on Facebook. They're also on Twitter at Toccoa Racing 1. And, of course, while you're doing that, check out all the cool things going on here at the facility throughout the 2019 season. Got another big midweek show coming up here at the middle of July with the Ray Cook Southern National Series. Big program. I used to be the radio announcer for that deal. 2 straight weeks of racing, almost 12 races in 14 days. Chris Tilley and Ray Cook and everybody involved, Michael Despain. They've got a great program this year.
They do. Look forward to being a part of that. And, there's some details still to be worked out on it, but hopefully that'll be out in the near future. Got a lot of good things coming. We've got our Stephen Ragg Memorial Race coming up the first Saturday in August. Then we'll do our King of the High Banks, which is our version of the NASCAR shootout. And then we'll come back here on Labor Day weekend and have another big event for our holiday weekend.
And I love the fact that you're a racer.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me all the time when we chat on the phone to catch up, it's like, Wesley, damn it all, when it comes after Labor Day, I'm done. I'm going racing myself.
And that's it. And that's one thing that when we got this, it was down, I was going to run a few races a year, and time's permitted, and Jackie's let me. We've already tried to run a couple of races this year. We've won one feature and had a little bad luck. But we do want to race, and I think it's important as a promoter to stay in tune with the racers. Maybe they'll realize when I make a decision, it's not all promoter, part of it as a racer.
Right.
And I still have to make a business decision at tonight's end. And that gets tough sometimes.
Bonus money in all divisions tonight. Talk about that in closing.
Smith & Turner Equipment and Kurt's Towing. Back up a little bit. We're honoring one of our family members and our racetrack family members. Tony Stevens passed away about a month ago of a heart attack. He worked here on Saturday night and died on Sunday night.
Right.
Tony was young, 46, 47 years old. We're honoring him tonight as a memorial, and he worked for Kurt's Towing. Smith & Turner's another family member, and Kurt's done a lot of business with Smith & Turner. They put up money that there's extra money on the top of all classes, and I think most of the classes got a bonus for 5th place from them tonight. We have a super good fireworks show that's going to happen right after National Anthem, courtesy of the Phillips Group here in Toccoa. We've probably got as good a fireworks show as there are anywhere in North Georgia. just a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, Bob Dillner actually just texted me. It's amazing the relationship that I have with him now with MAV TV and Speed 51, and he's come out here a couple of